to open it up.
Good morning and welcome to Brazos County Commissioners Court.
Good morning.
We are adjourned.
That was the quickest.
Hey, we are now open for business at 9:04. Looks like I have Karen McQueen in front of me.
Yes, good morning. Karen McQueen, Brazos County Clerk. So this is something I am required by statute to do every year, just to give you an update of where we're at on my archival and record management plan. But since you are all new, except for Commissioner Condola and Commissioner Watson, I don't know if you've ever seen the pictures of prior to our new warehouse, but I thought I'd show those to you before we went over the plan. When I first started working for the county, the records were stored in the old Bryan Hospital up in the attic and over at Facility Services. No heat, no air, just stuffed in boxes. They were then moved to the old juvenile recreation area. The county put a roof over it. We painted the floor and moved the records there. And then when the remodel started on the courthouse, we moved the records to the old JP3 building out on Anderson. And we had 6 little offices. The inmate work crew came and moved all the records we had. And this is just some pictures of what we're dealing with. The floors were coming up. We had dirty tiles. And the pictures I have here, we're boxing these records up to move to our storage facility. So we were cramped. We had to unload all the files. So as you can see, it was just kind of a hodgepodge of where everything was. We had a general layout, but we had to hunt for things we needed. And then we moved over to our new facility, which was the old MHMR building behind La Familia there on 24th Street. We have this end of the building. The DA has that far end where they keep their exhibits. And as you can see, a lot nicer space, cleaner space. We had roller shelves put in. All our old original books are lined against the wall. The boxes that we have are scheduled for destruction, and here are 2 of my clerks going through and writing the destruction year because it's fiscal +3 or fiscal +4 or 5, depending what the record is. So every summer I go through and make sure that the destruction date is correct, and then they start shredding what can be destroyed. And we do keep a log of what we're destroying. And as you can see, they have lots of bags of shredded. We also keep the tax rolls for the tax office in that building since it is related to real property. My understanding is the weight of the books were too much for the second floor storage that's out at the tax office, so I agreed to let them keep their books here. Occasionally, they do get open records requests, so they'll come pull the books, take them to their office for the citizens to view, and then they'll bring them back. And this is, I just put this in here. This was the, on the left, one of the books we had redone, and I want you to see how bad it had deteriorated. And so when the book came back, it comes back in a nice binder. All the sheets are in sleeves. So they were really in bad shape when we started doing this. So that's the end of the PowerPoint, kind of where we started. So my archival plan actually started in 2001 for border counties. Then in 2003, it went to all counties. So we're allowed to collect up to $10 for record management and up to $10 for archive. Archival is for records 1972 and back. The record management covers pretty much everything. So if you'll just flip through to the next couple of pages, you can see starting on page 1, the phases we have done, what's been completed. Our records that deal with deeds, deed of trust, oil and gas, are online sovereignty all the way up to the present. So we scanned those, we got those online. So now you can come into my office and there's actually places to sit because very few people come in to look for records anymore. Which is okay, but I like to see customers coming in, and we do have them occasionally, but we've gone through all our deed of trust, like I said. We've used this money to remodel the MHMR building that you saw a picture of. We've gotten all our plats scanned and online. We've got our Commissioner Court minutes online, not only in Laserfish, but in our case management cashiering system that we use. We've gone back and put all our vital records, it's got all those scanned in. Those are not public though, but we can access them. Plus, we can still pull them if the scan copy is not good. We've done our marriage records. Right now, we're on phase 8, which is our probate records. It's a 5 to 7 year project. We're on phase 4. Phase 3 took a little longer because they found mold on some of the pages, so they cleaned all that out. But they come back to us in sleeves and in those fireproof binders. So now we're starting on phase 4, which the court approved here just a couple of weeks ago, and they're picking those folders up tomorrow to start that. Military discharges, I'm going to try to get those going this year. We've also restored some books, as you can see, and down at the very bottom, we're going through and redoing the old election books, the Les Pendants books, some federal tax lien books. So that will be on the court's agenda in the next couple of weeks for approval. And then the last page, all those deed books that you saw lined against the wall, we're going to try to redo those. They're handwritten and they were in bound books, so they had to cut the binding to scan them. But the pages themselves need to be cleaned and put into sleeves and put into new books. But that's going to be after the probate phase is done. I don't like to do projects till I have the funds, and I like to do projects that we can get done within a fiscal year. And that way it's easier to keep up with, and we don't have to roll the POs over. So if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer, but this will be on the agenda. I don't think next week, probably the following week for approval to collect the fees, so we can keep working on our projects. So do y'all have any?
Commissioners, any questions?
No, just one comment again. I've been in that facility. It's a really great facility. The parking lot needs work.
The parking lot needs work.
Desperately.
And they asked if we could use record management for that, and I said, well, it doesn't pertain to records, so I can't, we can't use the money for that.
Okay.
Not to do the parking lot.
Karen, you were talking about cleaning the pages of those books. Is it, so when you scan them and you're scanning the original, I guess you also need to keep the original page?
Yes.
Is that why? So,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Keeping it to understand, we have to keep the original record.
From a certain year back.
Yeah.
We follow the state library retention.
1918? Or I saw some of those military
19
discharge records were 19.
Those are permanent. We keep those.
Okay.
And a lot of those military are photostat, which are black sheets with white writing, and as they fade, they turn gray, and eventually the lettering will disappear. So we're going to redo those as well. In the older books, we use co-file technology, which is out of Dallas. They don't scan the old records. They have a big camera, and they lay the record in the slot, and they take a picture of it, so it doesn't damage the page.
I see.
But that is a amazing facility if you ever get a chance to go. But they do all our restoration work.
Well, thank you for your diligence on this.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I hate to think
There's-
if we never did it, what our
Oh.
record situation might look like.
Well, years ago, I'm sorry.
History would just disappear.
Yeah, years ago, they used to bring classes down, elementary school, and we'd pull these old pages, and kids, 100-year-old paper, they're like, wow, and the paper smells old, and so we don't want to lose that. So do you have any more questions?
No.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Well,
Thank you for the
y'all.
job.
Thank
I
you,
told you,
Karen.
real quick.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It is a public hearing. We did not have anybody sign in to speak.
This was a public hearing. There were no public signed up to speak, and at this time, we are now adjourned till 10 o'clock for Commissioners Court. Thank you.
Thank you so much.